Ethan and Mia Winters work together in an undisclosed location until a terrible fate hits them. Mia is presumed dead in a work-related accident, and Ethan mourns his wife's death. However, as hard as it may be to reflect on his wife's death, Ethan has many questions revolving around the incident. Why was Mia's body never found? And what were they truly working on this entire time? Months later, a phone call reveals that Mia is in fact alive and kept hostage in a supposedly haunted mansion known as the Dovey Haunted House. Without hesitation, Ethan drives up to the house. In the house, animal carcasses, waste, and dust-filled furniture litter every single room. Ethan begins to feel that the phone call was some sort of sick joke. Begrudgingly, Ethan decides to leave the house. Just as he is about to walk out the front gate, he hears a cry. It sounds very familiar. In pure disbelief, his wife Mia runs out of the house and towards Ethan for an embrace long overdue. But suddenly, Ethan is knocked unconscious. The blow was hard enough to take him to the ground. From what little consciousness he has, he sees Mia desperately trying to fight off a man, but to no effect. Both Mia and Ethan are dragged back to the house. Ethan wakes up, not by himself, but by the vile stench emanating from the dinner table. Dinner is served, and behold, we are welcomed to the Baker family. Jack Baker, the man who took Ethan's wife from him a second time, sits directly in front of Ethan. Jack's wife Margaret and his son Lucas also attend the dinner. Ethan's subject to this family's twisted relationship, and Jack does not appreciate Ethan throwing up over Margaret's cooking.
Hell up, Marguerite!
I made that for him!
Get the hell out of here!
You're a son of a bitch! Oh, I can't believe it! You son of a bitch! He's not eating it! He's not eating it!
This was supposed to be a very special feast. No, boy.
Jack is about to teach Ethan a lesson with a knife, but suddenly, all the shouting and ruckus that the Baker family is throwing comes to a screeching halt when a fourth member, an old woman in a wheelchair, begins to sing. The Baker family seems subdued by the singing. They all seem calm and begin to walk away with the old woman, who is wheeling away down a corridor. Ethan makes no hesitation and uses Jack's knife to free himself, and he hangs onto the knife. Stunned from all the trauma, from first seeing his presumed dead wife again, to acts of cannibalism, Ethan barely regains himself when Jack reappears.
Thought you'd just slip out before dinner was done?
Jack Baker is a man of his word and holds on to grudges. He wants to teach Ethan that lesson for not eating his wife's dinner. But why is dinner so important? Ethan recalls Margaret screaming and desperation for not eating her dinner.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! He's not eating it, Jack! He's not eating!
Something is amiss. As Ethan explores the Baker house in search for his wife Mia, he finds that the Bakers are under Umbrella's spell. Even Ethan's work, along with his wife's work, is being used by Umbrella. This makes him furious to the point that he is no longer only on the quest to save Mia, but also to get to the bottom of Umbrella's involvement. A mysterious voice warns Ethan that he shouldn't dig deeper.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Who's this? And what the fuck is going
You
on?
really shouldn't have come here.
But again, why is dinner so important? The meat. It lays all over the house. It also seems to be Jack's favorite pastime, as he owns a meat processing facility. Could this be Umbrella's next big virus? By manipulating a food that almost everyone around the entire planet enjoys? Mia is not a damsel in distress. She will go to big lengths in order to help Ethan find her, leaving behind video recordings and audio tapes to point Ethan in the right direction.
Ethan, if you find this, I know I can't expect anything from you. I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
No matter how close Ethan gets to rescuing Mia, the Bakers work together to make sure that does not happen. Ethan questions why the Bakers have her in the first place, until Jack Baker refers to Mia as his daughter. Having witnessed many horrifying creatures that are created by this new virus, Ethan finds Mia. But it's too late. Mia has been consumed by the virus, a virus that has been praised by the Bakers in godly proportions. The Bakers starved her for so long, she was forced to eat dinner, a concoction made by the Umbrella Corporation, and in part, Ethan himself. He has no choice but to kill Mia. The very work that had separated them at first would lead to their eventual demise. Ethan survives the horrors of the Baker home, devastated. Having uncovered large amounts of evidence that points the finger towards Umbrella, Ethan is contacted by Chris Redfield to aid in a new fight that continues. Alright, so that was the very first plot guess of Resident Evil 7, the obvious outcome, because if you think about it, we understand that something shady is happening behind the scenes, and what would have been even more obvious would be if Ethan actually rescues Mia. And so the more obvious thing, the sort of left turn, if you will, would be that Ethan ends up killing Mia. There are some psychological aspects to Resident Evil 7's plot that I have not discussed in this plot guess because I wanted to keep it super condensed and super easy, as well as super obvious. That's why I called it the obvious outcome. I wanted to have an ending that was similar to Resident Evil 1's ending, because as we all know, Resident Evil 7 is being basically inspired by the original Resident Evil. And so it wouldn't be surprising to see an ending that ends in you collecting a bunch of evidence against an evil corporation, to which you will use against it in the following games. So yeah, this is pretty much the nerdiest freaking video I've ever done, ever. I love to guess plot points and why this happens and blah blah blah. Anyways, did you guys like the video? Be sure to comment down below if you like the series and would like to see more of it. I do have another plot guess planned that focuses on, like I said, the more psychological aspect to Resident Evil 7. So I will be figuring that out. Thanks so much, guys. Be sure to subscribe and like, and as always, stay single.